Rachael,
Sophie,
and this is Smash Crash. We're going to be talking about segregation today, which is very important for you to know. Different racial groups in daily life were separated, which is known as racial segregation. This occurred a lot in the 19th century. Things were segregated by whites and colors. Things occurred in restaurants, water fountains, restrooms, schools, and behind houses. If a white man was talking to a black man, the white man would be considered white trash. This was very strange to see.
this is an example of segregation. Whites had to go to the left and colors had to go to the right.
Segregation of blacks and whites in the United States began with the passage of Jim Crow law succeeding the end of the Reconstruction era in 1877. These laws, which most likely occurred in southern states, but it also existed in the Southwest and Midwest, segregating blacks and whites in all pieces of the public life, including public schools. Jim Crow laws didn't apply to the segregation of whites and blacks in Texas. In Texas, Mexican Americans, along with blacks, were prohibited from sharing schools, restaurants, churches, and other places.
Klan KKK was a group of white individuals who discriminated many different races and used violence against them to show their superiority. There were 3 clans throughout time. The first Klan was during the Civil War, 1865 to 1870s. The second Klan was during 1950 to 1944, took place during World War I and World War II. The third Klan emerged after World War II and was associated with opposing the civil rights movement and progress among minorities. They wore robes, masks, comical cone hats designed to hide their identities.
Here are the rules for the mystery document. If Gracie gets it wrong, she will be pushed into the cold pool.
On March 23, 1961, who has furnished reliable information in the past and who is advised that sometime during the middle of April 1961, exact date unrecalled, a federal court order to integrate Dallas public schools in September 1961 will become final. What is it?
I don't know! Brown versus cow?
Two people that protested on segregation was Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. They were both big parts in history. In 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech.
Whites and blacks to live equally among each other was talked about in his speech. Over 250,000 people were in the audience listening. This made a big impact.
The Jim Crow laws were created in 1876 through 1965 and designed to give a separate but equal environment. Blacks were not allowed to hang with whites.
I'm Gracie, and this is Smash Cash. I'm going to be talking about segregation today with my friends, which is very important.
It has been decided that the Dallas Buyers School Board and the Dallas city officials that there will be no further certifications of integration in the Dallas city of auto parties are except integration in September 1961. Further stated that the Dallas newspapers have agreed to say nothing about the Dallas integration built nuts until it became final, and that all of the Negro leaders in Dallas are maintaining strict allowance on the matter and are attempting to prevent further and demonstrations so as the Japanese jeopardize Dallas school integration. Basically
Superiority! 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 Beans.
What? It's so funny!
Public life, including public schools,